Please be advised that Little Miss Recap contains adult language. Hi everyone, welcome to Little Miss Recap, the podcast where we love ourselves a grandpa.
We sure do.
We love grandpas. Here at Little Miss Recap, we endorse loving grandpas.
Sure
I mean, not loving grandpas.
Grandpas need love. As long as grandma's not, hanging around for something, I'm all right with it.
My name's Amy Archer, and I'm your host, and I'm here today with the spaghetti to my meatballs, Steph. What's up, Steph?
What's up? I am so excited for this.
This is going to be a short episode, guys. We just want to weigh in with some of our initial reactions to the Golden Bachelor, which, as you all know, premiered this week on ABC. We're watching it on Hulu, so we're probably like 3 or 4 days behind, but whatever.
Whatevs. We're here.
So, Steph, let's dive right into, and if you hear my dog in the background, he's just
whatever. Same.
Kind of like a Chloe situation. Let's just dive right in. Tell me your initial thoughts on Gerry, spelled Gerry, our Golden Bachelor.
First of all, I think he's adorable.
I do too.
I kind of think he's adorable. Like, I want him to be like my uncle.
I will say this. They've managed the impossible here. They've thrown us a golden holdie.
They really
have.
That
we don't want to bang.
You're right.
He is in Glampa territory. He is not in holdie territory.
He's totally crossed into the territory of Glampa.
Mm-hmm.
But what I really wanted to talk about the most is how shocked were you when you saw that Celine Dion and Kris Jenner are both contestants?
Celine. Oh, yes. I saw Kris Jenner clearly.
Patty, her name is. Oh my God, it's Celine Dion.
Okay, hold on. Let me look her up on the chart. Now, Susan is clearly Kris Jenner. Yeah, yes. You're right. Patty is Celine Dion. She went totally.
I know, but it's totally Celine Dion, and I was here for that. Mm-hmm. All of what was happening there.
Do you believe that Gerry is a nice guy, or do you think he's going to turn out to be some kind of sociopath that breaks our hearts in the end?
I don't know. I kind of think he's a nice guy. I'm not getting any weird, creepy vibes from him, and I'm usually pretty good at that.
I'm not either.
I'm not really feeling anything horrible. Like, he's okay.
When he was telling his story, so he was married for how many years? 43?
40-some, like as long as I've been alive.
43.
Yeah.
When he was telling his story, okay, so he met his wife, and they got married, and we see all the footage, and they have daughters. I should probably have some information on him.
Yeah, I've got
so
none.
I'm not getting it wrong. Okay, I got it. I'm on it. Okay.
All right.
So he is 72. And let me see. He was born. Oh, they got married in 1974 to his high school sweetheart, Tony. Mm-hmm. They were married for 43 years and welcomed 2 daughters, Angie and Jenny. Of course, he has a daughter named Jenny.
Is it spelled with a G?
No. And they have 2 granddaughters, Charlie and Peyton. So here's the thing. They were married and she retired. He retired before her. He's a retired restaurateur, which says he's got money.
Mm-hmm.
And although maybe he owned the local Chili's franchise, I don't know. But he's got a little bit. He's not broke. Let's put this way.
Right. He's okay.
He's not retiring like my grandparents retired, right. And they had to like
never
work at the local Long John Silver's. So,
oh God, it's horrible.
So when she retired, they had always talked about buying this dream home,
mm-hmm.
and it was on a lake. And where do they live? Do we know?
Oh, frick! I think they said. I think it's.
Is it? I feel like it's New Jersey, but no, it's Indiana.
Yes. Okay.
So they wanted this house on the lake. So they finally bought one, and she dies.
I know, how tragic.
And it didn't seem like she was sick very long. Like, she died pretty quickly.
Yeah.
She had some bacterial infection.
Yeah. Mm-hmm, what? Mm-hmm. I don't know.
So that was 6 years ago, which I feel is an appropriate amount of time.
I agree.
Unlike, I have to tell you, I know you don't watch 90 Day, but I'm just going to tell you.
I don't.
There's this mom on 90 Day before the 90 days, and her husband died like 3 months ago, and she's already like engaged to a new guy, and she had him cremated, and his ashes are in a box, and the kids call it Daddy's
Stop.
box, and they ask to sleep with Daddy's box every night.
Amy, stop. Stop. This is too much. I can't.
Anywho.
That's too much for my brain.
All right.
I
So
can't
anyway,
handle that kind of nonsense.
so we see Jesse Palmer, and well, first, before we get to Jesse Palmer, Gerry's telling us this and he's crying. Like
I
real
know.
tears, like sobbing, and I believed every one of those tears was real.
I
It's
know
the
I did
opposite
too.
of Robin Brown.
I
Mm-hmm.
know.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Robin Brown. Yes. She should be watching this.
Now we see Robin, this is how you cry on TV. Now we see, okay, his daughter's being real encouraging. And I'm thinking in the back of my mind, because I'm an evil motherfucker, in the
Same.
back of my brain, I'm like, are you gonna feel this way when he's making out and banging chicks on
I
TV?
know. Do
Like,
you
this is
know,
all gonna
like,
be on TV, guys.
so a confession that I've actually never watched The Bachelor before. This is my first time.
I watched the first season,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I may have watched Jesse Palmer's season. Okay, so I'm not familiar with the franchise. I don't know it very well. I'm diving in here because I have always said
Yep.
we need to stop with the 20-year-olds because
Yep.
they just don't know what they want in life yet.
So here's my other thing with that, though. There's a part of me that, like, I don't get me wrong, I'm loving this. I love it. I love
Mm-hmm.
it. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
But I still want a show, a Maps, a Bachelor. I don't give a shit. Pick one where there's like normal, like middle aged people, like the 40, 50 crowd. Like Maths and like all these other shows I feel like are like, these young, hot whatevers, just like The Bachelor. And
Yep.
this is like so far the other way, which I'm still here for it and I'm super excited to watch it. But I still crave that
I
show
know.
with
I
like
know.
somebody our age.
I know. You know what?
It
You know
doesn't
what shit? You know what
exist.
bullshit they're throwing middle-aged women? MILF Manor. That's
Yeah,
what
get
we're
out of
getting.
here.
MILF
Mm-mm.
Manor with Charlene.
No,
Like, no, thank you. No,
no.
thank you. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. I can't do that
So
kind of trash.
I can't do it either. It's really bad. Although I did watch the entire season and reported on it with Mary paying for Hey Bunky. Okay, so now we get to Jesse Palmer. He's welcoming Gerry to the mansion, and from what I understand, I was listening to, who was I listening to talk about? Oh, Kim Cray on Cray Cray, reality Cray Cray. She is a Bachelor fan, and she was saying that they all have to live like in the same bedrooms in that mansion.
Wait,
Like they're in
what?
bunk beds and shit.
No,
Like
they're
you're gonna
not.
put senior citizens in bunk beds?
They don't even get their own room?
Nope. That's what she said. We got to see. They
I
might do
mean,
it differently since it's our beloved seniors.
but even so, oh, that's terrible.
I
I
know.
could
I
not
know.
do that. Mm-mm.
So let's talk about some of the women, Steph. Who stood out to you? You got your little chart in front of you, right?
My favorite and the
Mm-hmm.
only one I care about is Edith.
Okay, I'm gonna say something about Edith.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's gonna pick her.
You do?
He's gonna pick her or Faith, and I'm telling you, or Joan, and I'm telling you it's because they're the three youngest there.
I don't really think I like Faith.
He likes Faith.
I know, but Faith
Guys, if
annoys
you're not
me.
following, Faith is the one who had the guitar and pulled
Mm-hmm.
up in a motorcycle, which I'm going to go on a rant about in a few
I
minutes. I'm just
know.
boiling that up.
It was weird. Edith to me is just, she's like so
Edith
fucking
is
gorgeous.
Edith is beautiful, but like I need to know. Okay, so she's a retired realtor. I mean, nothing against realtors, but like I don't
Right,
know.
right, right, right. You know who else
Faith is a
was,
retired high school teacher. She's probably a tough bitch.
yeah, well, you have to
Mm-hmm.
be.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? Oh, Natasha. Now she was wild with her like laughing rant. How about that?
Okay, let's talk about that. Where is she? Natasha.
She's so beautiful too.
She is beautiful. Oh, she's 60 as well. So okay,
Yeah.
listen. I have a feeling about Edith that he's going to pick her. However, I think if that does not come true, he is going to pick one of these 60-year-olds.
You
There's
could
like a
be right.
handful of 60-year-olds, and I think that's who he's going to pick. But
And
anyway,
how about I'm all over the place, you guys. I'm sorry. Sandra. She's 75. Are we
Sandra
looking
is
at her?
75 and she looks younger than me.
Uh-huh, same.
I thought she was my contemporary.
She is like, I need to understand.
Sandra is the woman who did the weird chant with "Oh
Yeah.
fuck,
Yeah.
oh fuck." I'm
And
like,
that
what
was
is she
so
singing
weird.
to him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
same. And he was like,
Now,
ugh.
I will say that he very respectfully greeted all of these women,
He did, and
even
I
when it
was
was weird.
impressed. I'm
Yes,
yeah. He has class, that's why.
he's
He knows
classy.
how to act.
He's a Glampa.
He's a oh my god. He's a grandpa. Oh my god. You guys, if there's something that we can make up a name, it's happening.
Yep, he's a Glampa.
He is a Glampa.
Hey everyone, stay tuned. Little Miss Recap will be right back after these words. Who's the woman? Oh, Marina's beautiful too.
Oh, she's stunning.
Who's the woman who pretended she was old with the walker and then ripped it off?
Oh, that was that Renee?
Was
Or
that the woman who was wearing like the halter dress?
Is it Kathy, the one that looks like Caitlyn Jenner?
It might be Kathy, I'm not sure.
Both
But
Chris and
Susan looks
Caitlyn are on here.
100% like Kris Jenner.
Yeah. Kathy looks like 78% like Caitlyn Jenner.
A little bit. Faith has a Susan Lucci look to her.
Yeah, she does. She reminds me of my mother.
And April, she looks like she belongs on a soap opera.
Oh, yeah.
Her name is like April Bennington.
Yeah,
Like she's a soap opera
she's on The
villainess.
Bold and the Beautiful,
Mhm.
for sure.
She's a soap opera villainess.
Yeah, she's like all in that Forrester shit.
Joan, who is 60, looks
She
younger
looks like
than
Howard
Sean
Stern's
Robinson. She
wife.
looks like Beth Stern. Yes.
Doesn't she?
I love this great podcast content where we just go around and tell you guys who these people look
I know,
like.
this is awful. I'm
So,
terrible at this.
Just a few highlights. So he pulls over. I think it is
I have another one though. I have another one. Renee. I have to do it.
Oh, where's Renee?
Renee is next to Sandra, and she looks like Rachel Ray. And now I'm done.
Oh, Timmy loves Rachel Ray.
I know.
Okay. So
right.
he pulls Teresa aside. Teresa's the first one that kind of pulls him aside, I should say.
Yep.
And does a one-on-one. And is she the one who it's her birthday?
Yeah, I think so.
He makes out with her. So he brings her a little cupcake because it's her birthday, and he like licks the frosting off it with his little cat tongue, like, and he licks the. I don't know why I just made that
could see my face.
If anyone has that misophonia or whatever it is, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry. So he licks the cupcake, and then she's like, "Let me taste it off your lips," and goes in for the tongue and all. And all I kept thinking is his poor granddaughters.
I know, like
they're all watching this.
I'm sorry, she needs to go to the trash pile. Nope, I'm not here for that.
I'm
not here for that kind of behavior at any age. But it is not. It's not what I want to see.
Do not make out with Glampa.
Yeah.
When Charlie and Peyton are watching his grandchildren.
Charlie cannot be scarred by this. Enough.
Now, there was a woman, I don't know who it is. Guys, we will learn the names as we cover this. But there was one woman who was like, my bestie's dying of cancer and I'm here to represent. And I'm like, that would be us.
That would
totally
be us. Yeah, I know. She's like, we made it. To whatever, God forgive me, the person's name I forget.
Yeah, like I would be home dying and you would be on making out with Glampa, being like, Aim, I'm making it. I'm making out with Glampa.
I would not be making out with him though, but I would be doing something. I don't know.
You wouldn't make out with him because it's rude to make out with Glampa when Charlie and Peyton are watching.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that to them. I have more respect. No.
Okay, so I just want to close this out because again, this is just a couple minute discussion, guys, because nothing happens in this first episode.
No.
He pulls what's her name? Oh my God, here we go. He pulls Faith out, the motorcycle rider, and gives her the final rose. That's all that happens. Yeah. And then in the end, Renee goes home, Rachel Ray, Patty, aka Celine Dion. They go home. Sylvia, who's back there giving everyone the stink eye.
Yep. Oh,
She goes
she's got
home.
a real problem.
Yeah, and a few other people, but the main cast he's kept.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, here's my issue with the show, because of course I have to have an issue with everything, and it's a small one. It's a minor issue. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
I think we still have this antiquated idea of aging where
I
the
know.
only way you can prove that you are still worth anything is by showing how active you are. Like
I
all of these
know.
people were like, I'm not old, look at me dancing, or look at me
I
riding a
know.
motorcycle, or I go rollerblading, or I do this, I do like, why can't you just be an older person?
Or I have to lick the frosting off your lips. We don't need, like, it's the same thing.
Yeah,
Stop.
it's
Stop.
just this idea that you are of no good to anyone unless you are still
Running
really physically
marathons.
active.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like it's real weird. And
It's weird.
I'm looking for someone who's like, no, like I'm fucking Gary, right? I'm looking for someone who's not gonna be like dragging me all around town, wearing my ass out on rollerblades, but somebody who like wants to sit on the dock of our lake house and have some coffee.
Yes. And unfortunately, that might just be me.
But I do feel like there is this, it's
No,
feeding into our cultural perception of ageism in that way.
I
Now, will it get
completely
better?
I
Maybe.
completely agree with you. I totally get it. You're
Like
right.
my mom is 60. How old is my mother? She was born 1950. Sure. Oh God, here we go. Let me get a calculator.
She's 50,
Okay, so
69,
this
69.
year is 2023.
So if you subtract,
Subtract 1956. She is 67. Okay. So my mother's 67, and my mother was in good shape her entire life.
I know.
And she's still in decent shape, but like she's not out there rollerblading and shit. That is not the norm.
No, it's
Can
not.
older people be active? 100%.
Right, but do
But
we
not
have to be
every
like
one of them that shows up to meet this guy have to meet this requirement.
right, and we don't have to, like, we don't have to hope to not break a bone to prove that. Like, it's too
Right. And it's like
much.
this weird, like, you don't have to deny that you're old. Like, stop. I
Yes.
don't know. It's like this weird distancing myself from, I don't know. I can't
Yeah.
explain it. It's like, I swear to God, I'm not as old as you think. Here, look at me do
Yes. Yeah.
cartwheels.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
stop it, stop it,
Yes.
stop it, stop it.
You're right.
The previews look pretty wild, and
I
there
know.
is a lot of denture mashing. There is a lot of making out. Do you
I
think Gary has
know.
dentures?
I'd have to look at him again.
Here's the thing. I think we've come a long way in this country with dental care, although Medicare still does not pay for dental care, which is an atrocity.
An atrocity,
Um,
truly.
but we've come a long way in like when we were kids, if somebody was 70 years old, they 90% chance that they had dentures.
Yeah.
My grandmother used to take her teeth out and chase us around with them when she
Yeah.
was like
Oh,
60.
same. Gross.
Um,
I know.
but I really believe that most older people have their regular teeth still nowadays. Because,
Yeah.
we've just come so far with dental
Yeah.
care.
Yeah. I think,
Yeah.
yeah. That's improving with generations.
And dental access.
Yeah.
Um, okay. Any other thoughts?
No, I'm just excited. I really am
Okay.
excited, and I've never been excited about this show before. Because
I know
everyone,
I'm
it's always been such like a cult thing, cult classic sort of, and I'm just not,
mhm.
I was never into it. So I'm
Well, and
really
sometimes it can be intimidating to jump into a fandom that you're not like
like
I
90
would
Day, I can't. I've
well, and
tried.
I feel that way about Housewives. Like everyone's like, "Oh, watch the
Yeah.
Housewives." I'm like, "No, dude, that
Mhm.
ship has sailed. Like
Yeah.
I'm not getting in there."
Yep. I'm with
However,
you.
I will say doing it this way, I think is going to bring a whole new trove treasure trove of people in.
Mhm.
Treasure trove? Sure, why not?
Maybe a whole new cult following.
All right, my friend. So when something eventually happens on this show, which hopefully is next week, we'll be back to talk about it.
I just figured out another one though that somebody
Oh,
looks like.
another one who
Do you
looks like
wanna do it?
somebody?
Alright, go look
Okay,
at
go ahead.
Jamie. She looks like Beth
Jamie?
Dutton.
Oh no. I don't see Jamie.
Jeannie. She's
Oh,
between
Jeannie.
Faith and Joan.
Oh, yeah, she kind of
Doesn't
does a
she
little
look
bit.
like Beth? Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I could that's how I'm gonna know them, by their alter egos. They're
Okay.
other people. Yeah. They're
Okay.
doppelgangers.
All right. All right, my
That's all I
friend.
have to contribute to this show is who's your doppelganger.
Well, that's okay. That's okay because we all know, guys. Stephanie and I are going to be covering Married at First Sight on Patreon, and we already got a quick look at those couples, and we already have some nicknames ready to go. Ready
Oh
to go.
yeah, it's coming.
And one of them is Jacob Marley.
Oh
So
Lord, I
head on
can't
over
with
to
us.
Little Miss Recap Extra if you want to hear Amanda and I cover Sister Wives, and Stephanie and I cover Married at First Sight. That's all happening on our
Do it,
Patreon
do
and
it.
Supercast. You can join by clicking the link in the show notes. Married at First Sight is starting like next week. Are you ready?
Can't wait.
Okay. All right, guys. Thanks so much for listening. We'll see you soon.
Bye, love your bones.
Bye. Bye, Goldies and Holdies.
And
Glampas and Grandpas.